To talk about this Pittsburgh defense that, as TJ Watt just alludes to, they get contributions from every level. Doesn't matter where it is. What did they get from the defensive backs in this Wednesday game, Ryan?
You know what? Tonight, they got defensive backs that gave them points in Joe Hayden and that took away points in Minkah Fitzpatrick. We're going to see early here in the game, RG3 is going to drop back. He's going to see the cover two, know he has a guy over the top and a guy inside. Now, when his receiver goes to break out, he has to read Joe Hayden. Joe Hayden sees his eyes. He's in a trap defense, breaks on the ball. This is an amazing play that creates points, takes away points from a team, but more importantly, it put the Pittsburgh Steelers up. Now, here's a great sequence by this entire defense, but most of all, Minkah Fitzpatrick. You're going to see they're going to try to get into the end zone, and they need to get back to the line. Now, the Ravens, that is, they need to snap the ball. We're going to lay on them. We're going to sit there, tick, 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 tick. Watch Vince lay there like a fiending baby, and he's just waiting, making sure nobody gets up. John Harbaugh running over to try to get things going. And now you're going to see the Ravens get to the line. They're going to try to get guys to go away from pressure, to go away from flow in hopes of getting the tight end out the back end. He's actually open. The play should work. Minkah Fitzpatrick does an amazing job of finishing to the ball, playing through the hands, knocking that ball out, and running to the tunnel. This is a play that changes the game. When you're smart on defense and you also understand how you're being attacked, Minkah Fitzpatrick knows he's out of phase. He makes a huge play. Joe Hayden and Minkah Fitzpatrick did two things. Like I said, the first thing was they gave points. Second was they took points away. And in the game, you wouldn't think that would mean so much. It did. And that's how the Pittsburgh Steelers got the win.
Man, I hate this news for Bud Dupree. He was a guest on our podcast. It's a contract year. He's trying to get the bag, as they say, and Jeremy Fowler has a source confirm that it's an ACL. They've already lost Devin Bush this year. How much does the loss of Dupree, as fast a get-off guy as there is, impact this defense?
Scott, this is huge, bro. Like to me, this is probably one of the worst people for them to lose. You understand when you have those bookends. We had James Harrison and Lamar Woodley, and we knew if the pressure or if the blocking was slid to one of them, the other would get pressure. We knew that they would make sure that they stopped the run. They could also drop in pass coverage. You had two guys that can do it all, and that's what Bud Dupree and TJ Watt was. And so now losing him, that's huge for this defense, not only in the pass, but in the run with his physical presence. Also not having Devin Bush out there. This team is not what it started the season as. It's still good defensively, but this will be a significant impact into what they can do going forward.
It's a war of attrition in the National Football League, a violent game, non-contact injury there, and that typically means the worst, and it apparently is for Bud. They get the victory, but it came at a cost. Brian, thanks as always for the time. We'll talk again next week, man.
My man, have a good night.
Welcome back to Good Morning Football. Octopus, raccoon, certain bodily functions, what do they all have to do with one another? They've comprised one of our scale segments over the years. What does that mean? I'll explain. We're getting close to the postseason now, and we're trying to figure out, we know which teams are good and which are bad. Which teams do we trust? Which teams are saying, I can count on them to win down the stretch? We're going to put them on our scale. What we do is we construct scales, each one of us personally around the table. On the low end of today's scale is going to be something that we don't trust whatsoever in our life. Zero faith that that's going to come to be or that it's going to be there for us. On the other end, something we have complete trust in, rock solid. I can count on this entity. And then we pick a team and we place it where it lands between 0 and 10 on our own personal trust scale. Nate, this, I've called it your best segment on the show. Where would you like to go on your trust scale in 2020?
It's this segment that you got the CBS gig from. That's this segment right here.
This is why I'm respected in the industry.
Today he loses it. Let's go.
Lose all my respect. Okay, so let's set up the scale then. So what I don't trust. Okay, number one, what I don't trust, at the very bottom, I don't trust horror movies that aren't rated R. I don't like it. If I'm watching a trailer and I'm really into it and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is really captivating. And then at the end, it's PG-13. I'm not feeling it. I'm out. I'm old school. I grew up watching Jason and Freddy and the Hellraiser. Like, I want my movies to look like a Mortal Kombat scene. I need a little blood and gore. I need all of that, all right? So that's one, all right? I don't trust those movies that aren't rated R, those scary movies. Now, at 10, I trust the old black dude in the barbershop.
Okay, what do you mean?
I don't know if you've been to a barbershop, but I'm talking about the Cedric Entertainer. type character, the dude that's chilling because he can help you out with anything that you want. A lot of it is relationship advice. You go in there as a young dude and you're just like, man, I just don't know if I'm doing what I need to do in the relationship. And he's just sitting over there chilling. He's like, well, son, it ain't the emotion in the ocean. It's the delivery and the potion. Hey, and the ship is sinking. You're like, what? Okay, let me write that down. You know, you go in there and you're talking to your boys. You're like, yo, every time I'm in the club and I try to holler at a girl, I get close to her, she backs up. I mean, I don't know how am I supposed to do it? He's like, it ain't a matter of how. It's a matter of halitosis. Your breath smell like zoo dirt, huh?
Zoo dirt. Zoo dirt.
I've been in 1,000 of those conversations, and anybody that have ever been in a black barbershop, you know, the oldest dude in there has the most knowledge. So that's my 1, and that's my 10. Always trust a black dude at the barbershop, especially the old
So when you walk in, do you target, are you like, where's the oldest man in here? And
He's always listening, Kay. You just talk out loud. He's going to solve your problem.
You know I have a fascination with
Yeah, of course. I'll take you to the barbershop.
And he ripped Joe Lewis's ass. Yeah, I was gonna say that's the one I. Also, I have been to an urban barbershop. There's always the photograph with the 12 hairstyles.
Yeah.
What number is what you're rocking right now?
Mine's is off the list.
It's off the list.
This is the new one. But I know what you're talking about. It has the flat top.
Yes, the guy with the really.
It has the box one. It has the one with the part. Yeah, that's in every barbershop. The little part. Yeah, let me get that one right there. Son, I can't do that. All right, here we go. So the team that I'm going to put on this scale, the Browns. The Browns, they're one of those squads that I think surprised everybody. 8-3, and maybe I was just too hyped too soon for the Browns the last few years. Where am I going to put the Browns on my trust scale from 1 to 10? I'm going with a solid 8, y'all.
Okay.
A solid 8. You know, listen, I can't go at 10 because I'm just not sure that they have experience enough to play in the month of December and close us out in the month of January. I can't say that I'm completely sold on Baker. He's proved to take care of the ball as of lately. One thing that I do hang my hat on, this is the reason why they're so high at number 8. I feel like what we're watching right now is a run game that can travel well, a run game that can play in any weather conditions, a run game that will be good in December, in January, and a run game, if leaned on properly, with a defense that can step up and make plays, could take these guys all the way to Tampa. So I'm at number 8 on my trust scale. Yeah, I truly believe that.
I love that.
This is the best duo in the backfield in the NFL.
Some teams with really good running games don't need a duo, and the Browns play one this weekend. Browns-Titans is a great game. We have to adjust that scale, Nate. I'm going to give my trust scale. Nate, on the low end, went PG-13 rated horror movies. My low end in trust right now, I have 0 trust whatsoever in my son. My son, Calvin, is going to be 7 this weekend. He has discovered lying. He's learned how that works. It's fun. It's easy. He's also a snitch. Like, he is the one who will tell his mother, Daddy said 2 F words and ate all the chocolate-covered raisins. Like, he completely snitches me out. But most importantly, yesterday, we're at the party store. We're going to buy some little, Star Wars plates and stuff.
It's his birthday.
It's his birthday. It's awesome. As we're leaving, he's found this, there's like the everything for $1 section or whatever. And he's found this little, like, Star Wars Rubik's Cube. He says, Daddy, can I have this? Can I have this? Can I have this? I go, no. I really want it. No, it's your birthday this weekend. You're going to get a million toys. No. Okay? So we drive home. We drive home and we start to talk, and I'm trying to make a lesson out of this about, like, you got to just pick and choose your party this weekend. Just get through this weekend. Okay. This is a great parenting moment. We get home. He goes right up to his room. And I said, no, it's just quiet for a while. Go upstairs, and I didn't knock. I just walked right in. He goes, yep. He stole the Rubik's Cube. He stole the Rubik's Cube. He brought it home. He's sitting in the corner. And the second I walked in, I said, Calvin. He starts crying. He knew what he was doing.
Did you know he had it right away?
I figured. It's really quiet up there. Like, I got his Kindle, his Microsoft Surface right here. He's not playing that. So I knew he stole it. And now, listen, I'm supposed to tell you, and we went back to that store. We didn't do that. I didn't go back to since I didn't go back to the damn store. I owe you $1, dollar store. I'm sorry. So he learned how to steal and lie, and it's
How about the Rubik's Cube? Was he doing it?
He's actually doing pretty well. Yeah, good.
Oh,
BB-8 was almost completely got people kind of a win.
This is a criminal genius.
Right, I'll take it. If it was all, cattywampus, I'd be like, oh, you're stealing and you're stupid. Actually, it's crap. So that's the low end. Calvin can't be trusted for anything. Right?
That's a win.
7.
On the high end, I trust myself decorating my home for the holidays. My neighbors don't trust me. My wife doesn't trust me. I'm up on the roof all weekend. There's Calvin on the left.
Okay.
He's got a fruit by the foot in his, and then there's a wreath on the right. But
where's the Rubik's Cube?
He's so cute.
Did he steal the fruit by the foot?
all right, now,
Oh, KB.
this is me on the roof. My wife is screaming, you're going to fall and break your neck.
Wait,
and Margot
you
next
put that
door.
up there?
I put that up there. Now,
that alone?
I did it by myself. Now, if you think that's a lot, run picture number 2.
Stop.
We also put the snowman. I'm up there all day Saturday.
I don't know.
I'm
Margot.
tethering these things. Exactly. It's Todd and Margot. Oh, I'm sure he'll fall, but I don't think we're lucky enough to have him break his neck.
100%.
People are telling me to get down. No, I will decorate my home this year of all years. I was up there for hours.
Twice the size of Kyle.
And that Santa Claus is going to be down the street by the end of the week. But I trust myself implicitly. So
Well
where
done.
do you go?